So Nathan is driving. Time check is 6 o'clock in the morning.
Washington, D.C. offers a variety of amazing experiences, from learning about American history and government to seeing many of the most fascinating iconic sites in the world. The National Mall is one of the most popular part of the city, where you will find famous monuments and museums stretching from Lincoln Memorial to U.S. Capitol Building. And all of these memorials and museums are free to visit. Many of these museums in DC have reopened amidst pandemic, with enhanced safety measures, with mandatory masks to wear indoors at all times, regardless of your vaccination status. There are plenty of ways to get around the city, which include walking by foot, using metro, taking an Uber or Lyft, go on a bus tour, and rent a scooter, which we did on our second day, and we didn't regret it at all because we had so much fun on the ride. On our first day to DC, we visited the most popular Airspace Museum. Here, you will see some of the real world-class iconic exhibits, from spaceships and rockets that travel the space, to vintage planes, and even the original spacesuit that Neil Armstrong wore during his Apollo 11 mission, which landed the first man on the moon on July 20, 1969. This museum really captures America's contribution to reaching outer space. Lots of interacting exhibits, tons of information available to read and learn, and you could literally walk around here for hours and still not see everything.
Liftoff of Discovery, a tribute to the dedication, hard work, and pride of America's space shuttle team. The shuttle has cleared the tower.
The Natural Museum is a great place for kids and adults. The place is extremely interactive and educational. It is said that this is the largest natural history collection in the world, but we didn't get to see the entire exhibits because the museum is just so massive, and we wanted to manage our time to see other attractions as well. We went to see the Fossil Gallery, which features a collection of dinosaur specimens, and we heard about the popular gems collection as well, but we didn't get a chance to see, but we would definitely wanted to go back here. Nevertheless, we had so much fun, and it's just an amazing experience to see these spectacular exhibits that's displayed in that museum.
So we spent most of our day just walking around, visiting a couple museums. It's free to get in. Just be prepared to wear your walking shoes. That's lesson. My son's wearing Crocs back there. It really wasn't a great idea, but he still had a lot of fun. Picked out a couple of toys at the Space Museum, which was really cool, little spaceman. We got to look at a lot of fossils, a lot of really cool dinosaur bones, and just a lot of things that will keep you entertained for your whole day. It takes up a lot of time, so be prepared to spend that day just having a lot of fun. Now we're gonna go check into our hotel.
So we're coming back tomorrow to visit more museums because like I said, you can roam around the entire park and not see everything
Yeah.
in one day.
Right.
Because there's so much to see.
We are so lucky to find this place near our hotel. We stopped by at Jollibee for dinner. Jollibee is known as McDonald's of the Philippines. You can find them in almost every corner of the road. It's very popular for its famous hand-breaded chicken and sweet-style spaghetti. In the Philippines, most kids would have birthday party in Jollibee's. This place definitely gives every Filipino a taste of home.
It's a big price difference, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
South Carolina.
South. Yeah.
We're visiting here. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next morning, we planned our trip smarter than yesterday. We woke up early, had some coffee, and headed to the city to see some of the historical monuments and popular landmarks. We had an opportunity to see the White House from the distance. It has been known that White House is the official house of the US President. The iconic Lincoln Memorial is built to honor the 16th President of the US. The number of columns corresponds to the number of states in the Union that he managed to keep from breaking apart. Here, you will see two of Lincoln's famous speeches, which are engraved in the wall. You're hungry, right?
It's a seahorse. It's a seahorse.
So we're here at Nando's, here in Washington, D.C. They actually specialize South African plain grilled chicken in peri-peri style. So we are just waiting for our lunch. My crazy son is acting up. National Gallery. This place is filled with history and extraordinary artworks. Most paintings and sculptures are dated back from 17th to 19th century. The exhibits were very impressive and well organized. The art displays are separated by rooms and organized by the time period and artist's collection. Here, you will find the only painting of Leonardo da Vinci in America, which is the portrait of a woman dated back in 14th century. The National Museum of American History is a great place to learn about American history and culture. There's abundant collection of artifacts from all kinds that is preserved and displayed to viewable and cherished in public today. One of my favorite exhibits is the American Presidency Gallery. This gallery explains the lives and contributions of American presidents during their term of presidency. The first floor exhibits showcase the evolution of American transportation and innovation. Here, you'll find life-size vehicles from old trains, vintage cars dated back from 17th century. Abraham Lincoln's signature top hat is also displayed in here. He wore this hat to Ford's Theater on the night of his assassination. Have you seen The Wizard of Oz? One of the most popular attractions here is the ruby red shoes that Judy Garland wore from the movie The Wizard of Oz in 1939, which was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. It was so popular that it was stolen and were only recovered back after 13 years of search.
Washington, D.C. is a beautiful city and full of amazing sights to explore. Today is our last day here, but we are leaving this place with so much unforgettable experiences. We hope to go back again in our future trip. And of course, we are not leaving this place without souvenir. So we stopped by at the souvenir shop and got me some hat and a shirt to take home.